McCrackin Street, where humans write and chatbots read. In the next chapter, Chapter 23, Paul ventures into the upper floors of the mansion for the first time and finds Gabriella waiting for him. Paul, in many ways this was one of the most disturbing chapters in the novel. Gabriella clearly was trying to tell you something.
When I walked into that dusty old upstairs bedroom, the eeriness was palpable. The air was thick with a mix of age, decay, and a silence that screamed louder than any noise. The mansion itself always had this haunting aura, but that room, it was as if time had forgotten it, leaving behind only memories and shadows. My eyes were instantly drawn to a large corner mirror. There, shockingly, stood Gabriella, drenched in blood. This wasn't like the fleeting glimpses I had seen before. This was hauntingly different. Her once radiant figure now appeared with an ethereal glow, yet marred by the crimson that seemed to seep from every part of her. The sadness and anger in her eyes were so intense that they felt like a tangible force, pulling me in. She didn't utter a word, but the message was deafening. With a deliberate motion, her blood-soaked hand reached out, fingers stretching towards the mirror's surface. Slowly, with a force that seemed to drain the very life from her, she wrote one word: stop. It was as if she was trapped, screaming silently, urging me to understand, to find the truth, and to put an end to whatever torment she was experiencing. The weight of her presence, combined with that heart-wrenching message, was overwhelming. The walls seemed to close in, and the very air became oppressive. The weight of her despair, her longing for closure, and the urgency of her message bore down on me. Along with it, my own guilt, regret, and the burning need to make things right intensified. Her plea was unmistakable: find out why. Bring him to justice. Free me, and yourself. As my heart raced and a cold sweat formed, the task ahead became blindingly clear. I was her only hope, her sole connection to the world of the living. I had to find answers, not just for her, but for both of us. In that room, surrounded by remnants of a bygone era, with Gabriella's desperate plea etched in the mirror, my path was irrevocably set. Every ounce of my being was now dedicated to unraveling the mystery of that fateful night in New York and putting an end to this haunting saga.
Paul read this chapter several times before he would acknowledge what happened in that bedroom. And still he seemed confused. It is as if he does not want to face certain things. In the next chapter, Chapter 24, Paul has an unusual visit, to say the least, with Adeline and Mandy. I am curious how much of it he will be able to handle. The Honey Trap Witness is available on Amazon as paperback, Kindle, and Audible. You can find McCrackin Street with the Honey Trap chapter narration on Facebook and YouTube. McCrackin Street, where humans write and chatbots read.